Alright, hello, it's me, Pixelates. I'll be showing off my game, my Metroidvania Roblox game that I've been working on for a few months. And it's called Asquin. Now, if you've been following this channel for a bit, you might be like, what? That Asquin? No, it's this Asquin. Get it right next time. But, I'm gonna be showing off the intro sequence. Then I'm gonna talk about the game a bit. Then we'll do some more gameplay. And then maybe at the end I'll do like a, I don't know, like a cool boss fight or something, I don't know. Keep in mind nothing here is necessarily final, anything is subject to change. And I am playing at, what is this? Graphics quality 4. OBS. My game is fine, but the OBS FPS is pretty wonky when it comes to this. I need to lower this again. 7. Try thinking. Just trying to keep an eye on my FPS for the OBS. Okay, we got a cutscene here. Let's try 7. I need to lower my thing. Okay. Okay, there is a bit more after this. But I'm not gonna show it. Oh my god. Graphics quality for is so weird. What is going on here? Does look, the cell does look big on max graphics. Ooh, so pretty. Can't see my Figanobi. FPS going down though. Ay. Alright, so a while ago I was working on this game by myself called Skyward, which was a Roblox game kind of based around Zelda mechanics and all that, right? So I was working on that for a while, got pretty far with it. I was having a good time working on it. It's just a little side fun project, and eventually I decided I kind of like wanted to share my progress. And since I don't really have any like social media that I really post to besides YouTube, I decided to make a YouTube video on it. I mean, this video is called 1 year of making a Zelda game on Roblox or something like that, right? And it turned out that video got a pretty positive reception, which was kind of unexpected for me to see like so many comments on it. And I was very happy with all the comments, even if I didn't really respond to anybody. But yeah, so I decided to, with the positive reception, I decided to, maybe take some time off and maybe make a short demo for the game, right? Just put all my scripts into a game and put them in some sort of like dungeon. Something like that, something short. So I decided one thing I could have done, which I did, was to get a copy of No Zombie Tower, which was a really old but popular game back in the day, right? And it could be, and the story could be like some sort of prequel to the main game. But it turned out this game kind of, in retrospect, kind of fucking sucks. Like, the map design is terrible, the scripts are a mess. So I kept, reworking things. Eventually, the game right now basically resembles nothing like this game anymore, and I kept adding on to it so much so that instead of like, it started to not resemble a demo anymore. It just started resembling like an actual game. So I decided to see, you know what, instead of this game being like the main game, this could be instead like Asquin 2. And I could make this game Asquin 1 or something like that, right? So I decided to just go all in because I'm having a great time working on this. There we go. There's a thumbnail for you. Yeah, actually, let me make it bigger. So, obviously, this game has a completely different tone from the last game I was previously working on. The game's definitely a much more of a Metroidvania compared to the other game. You got movement abilities that you can unlock as you go through the map. There's much more. There's a bigger story. Because I played a lot of Castlevania entries recently, and you know what? I might as well just go all in with the references, the song choices, basically everything. Because I really like the Castlevania series. Great. And it's a shame that there's nothing really being done with the franchise besides like the animated series. I watched like the first few seasons of the first Castlevania series on Netflix. It's pretty alright. I really like the second season, Private Dracula. That was pretty sick. You must be the Belmonts. Incredible. The whole series worth it. Going through the entire series for that line was worth it. I guess there's also like the pachinkos, and I think they put like skins in Dead by Daylight. Fantastic. Also, this thumbnail was pretty fun to make. So I don't really do backgrounds that much. It looks like a Kill Bill poster, kind of, now that I look at it. I guess I also don't really draw anybody except for my Roblox avatar. Or draw women, as a matter of fact, so. But otherwise, I have no more pictures to show you, unfortunately, because that is basically all of the context I have for making this game. So you might as well just go back in, show some more gameplay, and talk about it. Why not? Oh, here we are. So this is your protagonist of the game. Her name is Vess. She was originally going to be like a bunny, like in the other game, but I decided to make her a cat because I don't know, it just made more sense, to be honest with you. But yeah, her appearance is based off of a Maneki Neko, those lucky cat statues from Japan, and a number of other things. Her clothing is based off Terra from Final Fantasy VI. Her eyes. Her eyes is actually got the idea from the monster in the darkness from the webcomic, The Order of the Stick. Does anybody know what this is? And as you can tell, I did import the expression system of the other game, so she will get like mad and when she looks at enemies and stuff like that, and various other actions. She also has this cape. Look at this fucking cape. That's right. It's not even pre-rendered animations. This is all just Smartbone 2. And of course, as you probably saw earlier, some other characters used Smartbone 2 stuff, like Serrano with his coat. And I think that's about it to say about her appearance. Her personality is, I don't know. It's complicated. Which is what I want. It's gonna be interesting, trying to make it like a semi-serious story with a cat girl as the protagonist. I guess Night in the Woods did it with Mae Borowski, so I suppose this is not impossible. Oh yeah, and she also does this yawn. Getting this yawn to work was the most annoying thing to do. Oh my god. Hey. Oh my god, it is 2 a.m. I don't know why I'm recording this right now. Okay. So I apologize if I'm a bit drowsy. Let's go through the weapons. First, you got your scythe. It's your main weapon, really. Close range, does more DPS out of any other weapon. Oh! I need to lower down the graphics. You're ruining the song, and that's the only thing that matters right now. Oh yeah, I'm still using the freaking MIDI player. Gaming was MIDI player. It's legendary, I tell you. It's legendary. Maybe I'll replace it with, I don't know, original music or something, but for now. Hell yeah. One thing I also always wanted to do was make my characters left-handed, or at least the protagonist left-handed. That's what I wanted to do in the original game, but I was technically illiterate, so I couldn't really do it. But in here, for this game, I decided to actually do it, and it is the most annoying things I've ever done. To work with Roblox tools, specifically the tool class, and make it use the left grip instead of the right grip. Very annoying. There's like 5 scripts dedicated to making this work, but it does make her look extra cool because I can then use every other tool for the right hand. Now she's just like dual wielding or something, and then I can, I just made the scythe stay on her left hand. When it's, oh my god, I'm so tired. When it's not equipped. But then we have our second weapon. It is a medium range whip. It does out of all the tools, it does probably like the least damage overall, but it does have infinite ammo. Pretty frequent cooldown rate. And it also has a lot of properties that you can gradually unlock as time goes on. So let's see here. Yep, pretty decent damage, or pretty like lowest damage actually. See, so it does much more damage. But one thing, as you may have noticed, that this whip is kind of meant to be used more as a support weapon. As you can see, you can unlock some upgrades that allow you to see the name tag and the health bar of your enemies. And I also put in a cool little freaking found this module on the dev forums that it gave like custom HP bars, and then I can just put them to like certain enemies, or depending on the types or whatever. These are like just like the undead enemies cutter. These are like the, I don't know, like a general cutters, I guess. Another property of this whip that you can unlock, but actually I think it's always unlocked, is this. But it works. I think it's because of the helmet. Come on. There you go. Is that if you aim for the heads or the legs of an enemy, you can drag them towards you. It doesn't really work all the time if you depending on the weight of an enemy, but you can do stuff like that. So really the whip is meant to be used as a support tool compared to, Castlevania games where it's like usually like the main tool. Main weapon. Spooky enemies. So for a third weapon is the gun. Long range, obviously, but it has limited ammo. It's pretty powerful. Does 3 times damage on headshots. And also it looks, for a lot of time in trying to make it sound and look satisfying. It's supposed to be like some sort of like flintlock lever action fusion. In reality, if this ever happens in real life, it probably doesn't work, because that's not how guns work. Also, you do certain animations depending on where you're shooting. So you're shooting there, bam bam, bam 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 bam. This pose is actually a reference to one of the greatest movies ever made, Terminator 2. This pose is actually a reference to one of the most middest movies ever made, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Easy. So as you can tell, this game is a lot more action-oriented compared to the other game, which is a bit, it's like more, you know, it's like Zelda. It's a lot of puzzles in Zelda. So the other game is a bit more methodical. This game is just, you know, one and shoot, one and kill. And this game is definitely a lot more story focused as well compared to the other game. Because I made this cool little cutscene module specifically for this game, which I did by I made like this like open source camera module a while back, and I decided just like just manipulate it a bit, modify it a bit, and then I made like a cutscene handler. And that's cool stuff. I can probably like do flashbacks and stuff in it. But right now that the game is not in that stage of development. Right now it's just like make enemies, make bosses, and make levels. So look at this. See that? When you slide on water, there's like these little spray. Same thing kind of happens with marble. When you start on marble, it does that squeak sound, as you might have heard in the intro. Next we have the hand motor. Actually, maybe not. This is not the best place to showcase it. Here we have a bottle, which is really interesting. You can get multiple bottles in the game. Here's a checkpoint. The thing about bottles is that you can basically grab anything you want, any liquid at least, and then you can just drink it and see what it does to you. So here's water. You just grab water off the ground. Water! What does it do? It gives 15 HP. I might have to lower that to like 5 HP. Okay, look at it. By the way, here's the expression system at work. She's getting mad. She gets mad when she looks at enemies. She of course still looks at enemies when she's near them. She's kind of bored when she's on like half health or something. Then she gets sad when she's at a low health. So let's go over here and let's see her get fixed up. Blood. A minus blood. Bam, 70 HP or something. This checkpoint is actually right before a boss. So that's why if you ever die to the boss, you can just come back. But first, before coming back, you can go and get your freaking blood filled up. Rats! He's actually the greatest. What, can you dodge this? Let's go to another place to show off the hand motor. So take a sneak peek. Wow. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Okay. So the sand motor is pretty cool. It obviously does a lot of damage. So we see here. Stuff like that. Easy. The thing is, if you use it, every enemy that's currently spawned will be alerted to you. So for example, if I turn this corner, this enemy is immediately knows about me without getting into a range. Because obviously you just shot an explosive and that it's a lot of noise, stuff like that. Horse. Don't look it in the mouth. Look at that guy. Ah! You can also use your whip to close doors. Okay. You do this. See, everybody knows about me. Oh! Help! Help! Oh, and if you hit yourself with this, you get covered in soot like a freaking cartoon. Yep. Don't hit me, horse. But, you know, this is obviously the reason why this is a Metroidvania. This game is a Metroidvania is because your tools, the weapons, can also do unlock stuff for you. Can you leave me alone? So, for example, we got this gem. If you hit it with a whip, bam. But of course, you actually need the whip for this. Je te tiens. Je te tiens. Can't really headshot these guys because they have metal helmets on. Oh yeah, as you may have noticed, compared to the other video, I really updated the log-on system. So now your character is no longer logged on like once on the screen. It's pretty, and just much more smoother. And she also does like a cool little pose when she's focusing on something. Kind of got inspired by Fury, the game, the 2016 game by the game makers. You can also hit people with a bottle. I think it does like 1 damage. So one thing I have going on in my design department, which is me, is how to like force players to fight enemies without actually forcing them. Because like, if you want to like force enemies like against some sort of beat 'em up game, you want to force the player to fight enemies. If you walk into this room, it would be you will be locked into it, and you can't get out of the room without having defeated all the enemies. But I don't want to do that because I think it's just very limiting of the player's freedom. Because like, normally in 2D Metroidvanias, which is like the standard normal of Metroidvanias, is that if there's an enemy in front of you, like say here, you can't get past that enemy without having like defeat it or somehow like navigating above it or below it. But the thing is, this is like a 3D Metroidvania, which is like kind of like a unpopular thing. So that means if there's an enemy here, I can just walk around it. So that makes it kind of difficult, but like how to make the player, instead of like running away from it, will actually like fight the enemy. Like in a lot of Castlevanias, there's like a system. There's like RPG mechanics where you level up or you get currency, and that helps you incentivize fighting enemies and stuff, right? And you can get like rare drops from them. But the thing is, in this game, there's not really that kind of stuff. So instead, to incentivize the player to fight enemies, it's gonna be like a lot of traps. It's gonna be a lot of like obstacles to avoid. See that? Case in point there, which makes you take damage. there's also gonna be like big enemies or like fast enemies that you can't really outrun. So that kind of incentivizes you to kill enemies, and then, you know, like Super Metroid. I think like the Super Metroid approach, where they drop ammo or they drop health, because these levels are going to be pretty long until you find another checkpoint. You need to stock up as much HP as you can, because you never know when you're ever going to get a new save point or whatever. Check this. See? Pomegranate juice. How much HP does that give? Enough. Oh, here's a cool enemy up here. Oh, see, this guy's taking no damage, so what do? You aim for the hand. Ow. Oh, and here's another cool enemy over here. Because this is like the world's time does not have any multiple shotguns, except for you apparently. Rats. Roaches. Wow. Oh shit, that's gonna shot me. Why is it that loud? Anyways, another upgrade you get is this cool double jump. It turns your cape into some wings. and then come up with that concept. I stole it from Symphony of the Night. And you can also, you know, do this, but that's just me. Maybe I can make it like end game, that maybe like that an end game upgrade. Oh. If you get hit by this guy, you can't use any weapons for a certain period of time, because it smells. Oh god, why it's so loud. Oh, see, I'm in this game. I'm trying to emphasize a lot of enemy variety. There's at least like 50 enemies in the game right now, something like that. And a lot of them are references to old Roblox stuff. Like these guys do reference to Quarter Quarter's Contamination series. Like there's not too much old Roblox stuff, there's like a lot of references to other stuff. Like, take a look at this witch is... well, okay, take a look at this enemy's name. Oh, you get the joke! You get the joke! I'm too tired to be showcasing all this stuff. Okay, here's like the most useless thing that I coded in for no reason. Go away! Stop barking on me, I'm trying to show off a cool secret. Alright, so we got this cat. And it follows you if you load to it, rat. There you go. I spent like 40 minutes on that for no reason. I forgot I made this room. Check this out. See ya later. Oh shit. Oh, here's another weapon. Here's another Roblox reference. Yep. Reasons to Die. One of my favorite games. Not Awakening, I like the original one. It's another mechanic in the game that I need to adjust, apparently. Is these grates. If you jump on it, you can climb on them. If you jump, since you use your left hand, so if you have your scythe equipped, you can't go on them. But if you use any other weapon, which goes in your right hand, you can use them. See ya. One thing this is actually one thing I did want to mention. This is how you run. So I was watching the devlogs for the Ocarina of Time Indigo, which is a ROM hack for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I like watching the devlogs for it. And they had this really cool idea in which if Link is running around with it, and he unsheaths his sword, he'll start going slower. But if he sheaths his sword, he'll start getting faster. And that is actually probably like the perfect way for me to implement a running system for me for this game, which I wanted to steal it. So if you're not holding any weapon out, you start to run. You know, you just little jog. See, it's a really cool idea. That means you don't have to like hold shift to run or anything like that. Or yet you don't need like stamina. It's perfect. And it's kind of like it helps with immersion as well. I really like this. I haven't really built this part yet. But this is the pathway up to the next area. And what is this? Oh, how am I ever supposed to get up there? Oh, with this upgrade, you can do this. Why did I make this thing so slow? Man. So yeah, you can do you can get an upgrade on your whip that allows you to do cool grappling hook stuff. This looks a lot nicer on graphic quality. Oh. Fantastic. This game is really meant to be played on high graphics. The goblins. They're called goblins. La 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 la. I hope I don't encounter some sort of horrifying entity. Ah! It's a Junji Ito balloon thing combined with that Roblox creepypasta from 2014. Ah! Holy water! Why does that sting? Oh yeah, by the way, I also put in English cinematics in this game, which means that your deck generally does realistic stuff. So let's say if I go up here, see, look at that, your leg is going up there now, and it also does like, you know, like slightly tilts your legs when you're walking in a certain direction. Looks cool. It could be like an album cover. HD. Bam. It is pretty hard to design a 3D Metroidvania because they just don't really exist. Like I was doing a bit of research of them, and the only results that I really got is that apparently Dark Souls is a Metroidvania, and it's really not. Just because it has keys in the overworld does not mean it's a Metroidvania, but apparently Redditors seem to think that. But like the only like closest, most popular 3D Metroidvania out there is I think is a game called like Straight of Regalia or something like that. I was trying to look at it for ideas, but the thing is that it's mainly like a platformer thing rather than a combat kind of Metroidvania, which means because like there's only 2 bosses in that game. It's very weird trying to incorporate 2D ideas into 2D games. The closest thing to this game is like about like Sekiro or Dark Souls or whatever. But it's not like your dashes have any iframes. It's actually good that you only get that from an upgrade, you know, like it's like the Void Cloak from Hollow Knight or something. Okay, I don't know what I'm really doing now. I'm just going through the levels for some reason. Just want to show off some of these enemies, like this guy. You can use your web to drag on these guys down to your level. Sweep! Fuck. Oh. Stop shooting at me. Help. Help. Scary monsters. But yeah, not a whole load of complete Roblox references or anything like that in this game. It's not like it's kind of like it's supposed to be like an original world, I guess. Oh god. Oh, this is actually kind of a beautiful area. Hold on. Bam, 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 bam. This area is very pretty. It's also the area right before the boss. I think I might show you this boss because it's very cool. I'm trying to look at cool details. I'm trying to remember cool detail to show off. One thing is that here's a reference to the Mozambique technique. So normally headshots do 3 times damage, but if you shoot them in this order, 1, 2, 3, does 10 times damage for the headshot. So reference to the Mozambique technique with where you shoot person 2 times into the chest and then 1 time into the head. You see it in a lot of Micro Man films like Heat. And obviously Collateral by Tom Cruise. Not by Tom Cruise, starring Tom Cruise. And Jamie Foxx. That's a secret technique passed on from me to you if you ever decide to play this game, which is, even though it's not out yet. Can you guys stop kissing for a moment? Here, taste some justice. This sound is, this gun sound is actually Anton Struker's shotgun from, No Country for Old Men. Go ahead. Oh, here's a cool animation. So yeah, you know, instead of like a cartoony pickup, I was just like a realistic beating heart. Oh my god! And if you if you take help, you can do this. Wow. Anyways, here's what I wanted to show you. You can do stuff like this. Secret walls. I can break with a whip. It's very cool. Then you can do like it's a secret areas in this. This is like an instance where in a this is an area in which you have to defeat all enemies in order to progress to like a power up. Something that's an example of where I think closing off the player from entrances is perfectly unacceptable. Acceptable. Here's a reference to God of Greg's parody. But it's a 2011 game. 2011. Rock 2011. Don't you dare fucking kill me, you sack of fucking shit. Oh god. Oh yeah, see, now it's open. Fuck. One thing you can also do is store. Oh, what the way is this going on here? You can store health. You can store hearts. So now you got O plus blood. Bam. 35. I need to raise that more than water. Ski. Hello. That's going, buddy. Man, that's pretty sick, right? I feel like I'm doing like a top 10 details in this game, but I'm doing it for the game before it even releases. This is what I just do when I'm looking at this game. I just want around the map and parkour and kill enemies. That's what I'm doing right now. I think I'll show you that boss. Why not? Anyways, I'm gonna raise the graphics quality before I go into the boss area. Just take a look around here. This is how it's meant to look like. Because I'm gonna lower the graphics quality as soon as I get back in here. Bam! Look at this. Okay, now it's gonna look like this. Alright, so I haven't finished this cutscene or anything. Definitely have not finished this cutscene, there's like no dialogue. Fuck! So here's a boss fight. This is actually kind of like a spoilery boss fight. Because this is one of the main characters of the story. But whatever, man, whatever. So the thing about that was that after the cutscene ends, you get locked into a duel with this guy. And there's like a random 5 to 20 second timer that starts at the cutscene. And when that timer ends, there's a 0.16 second window in which you can shoot the guy and it instantly ends the fight because you kill him. I mean, don't kill him, but that's more spoilers. Oh yeah, I was always kind of disappointed with games like Call Horus and Red Dead Redemption. You just don't really get that cool duel that I always want to do. So I decided to put it in this game for some reason. Do the second phase. Ow! shit bag.
Si insistes.
This is a really cool boss fight for this reason. If you shoot him when he's reloading, you drop some ammo. Oh. Oh shit, I gotta heal. I'm gonna shoot him in. Oh, let me do my patented Mozambique technique. Oh. Head. Bam. That was a lot of damage, 10 times damage. But that's the secret. As you can tell, this guy is named after John Doe, partially. And this guy is also named after Cante Hondo, which is like a style of flamenco in Spain. And that's why a flamenco song is playing right now. And that's why I always speak in Spanish. This is probably the closest you'll probably see me making the video when I'm drunk. I don't drink on recordings. It's too unprofessional, but I will stay awake until like 3:30. Find this guy. Fuck you. Oh, this is gonna be so embarrassing for me to edit later. That damage is, that does a lot of damage. Now imagine how this fight would look when on graphics setting 10. I can't show it to you, but it looks pretty sick. Oh my god! I can't believe I just dodged that. I'm the greatest! Oh fuck! Alright, no more healing. Okay, maybe healing. I feel like I'm doing a disservice to my work by doing this, but whatever, man. I think I'm about to die. He's shooting so much right now. To the right. Woo! Oh! I'm dead. You know, now that I think about it, Vez does kind of sound like guest. And I guess Vez does have like the color palette of a guest. But she's not a reference to a guest. I guess she is now. I don't know, I'm not that very interested in Roblox culture, I guess. I don't really care about Roblox hackers or whatever. I don't really care to put them in my games. I can make name references, but whatever. But I think hackers are just kind of a corny archetype. I guess I'm not really tuned into the whole to Roblox culture nowadays because I haven't really been looking at my Twitter For You page. I've just been looking at my following list. In which all I get on Twitter is just articles, news articles and stuff. I kind of miss games like that. that's why I was like, I was kind of disappointed when doing playing the block there was prologue, in which it was like, oh, okay, David Baszucki is like a natural guy in the universe, and now he's there's like the DevCon, and nowadays there's like the actual like creators of the games here, and it's like like you're mudding up the bit. It just gives more questions than answers, because there really haven't been. It's not really that much I don't know, story games on Roblox that really do gameplay well nowadays. There's a lot of story games on Roblox that I enjoy. There was the visual novel game Case Files, and there's that the Expedition game. But there really hasn't been I don't know, real story gameplay games. And recent memory at least, I guess there was I think there's Block Tales, but I have my own qualms with the writing. But the furthest I can, other games I can only really think of is Super Paper Roblox or Adventure Forward 2. And those are, you know, in its own lane, I guess. But yeah, I hope you, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you, I don't know, maybe you're interested in this game nowadays, maybe, I don't know. I guess that was the point of the video, to get you interested in it, even though it's not really an advertisement. When is this game coming out? Oh, the more important question you should be asking is, when was the last time you called your parents and told them you love them? You ever consider that? My answer to your question is, I don't know. I'm just a guy. I'm just a dumbass. The thing is, I'm still making a lot of progress every day on this game. So much, very surprising amount of progress. Like seriously, this was done in like 3 months, 2 months I think, 2.5, something like that. So, and I'm really surprised at myself, to be honest. But it is the summer right now, so I guess I do have a bit of free time. You should go watch Heat by Michael Mann if you haven't. But I believe it's free on YouTube right now. You should watch it because it's probably one of the best movies I've made. Man, if you have time to watch this video, I guess you probably have time to watch Heat. And also, if you get damaged, your tail spikes up like a cartoon. See? Forgot that would happen. But yeah, that's about it for today. Or this is about it. I'm gonna go to sleep. Just let me sleep. Al Pacino, Insomnia.